Nikola's stock price was up by 59% today in trading hours, which has a lot of investors talking about Nikola's stock. So, why did Nikola's stock price jump by nearly 60%? And why is everyone talking about Nikola's stock? That's what I'm going to discuss in this video here. Of course, the news that came out today was that BioTech will purchase up to 50 Nikola Class 8 fuel cell electric vehicles over the next 5 years, with 12 of the trucks being delivered in 2023 and 2024. So this is a back-end weighted deal, with most of the deliveries happening over the next 3 years rather than in the first 2 years. Details were light in this press release about the purchase agreement. It was seems like it was a trade where Nikola will purchase some of the energy from BioTech, and BioTech will purchase the cars. The price and those kinds of details were not included in this press release, although these kinds of deals are certainly great news for Nikola and Nikola stock investors, although I don't think it was enough to justify a stock price increasing by 60%, right? I don't think this deal for 50 trucks is enough to justify a company valuation increasing by 60%. But I will say this is an extremely volatile stock that moves up and down tremendously based off of these press releases and news releases and highlights or rumors or what you might have. So a very risky stock here, speculative, up and down in nature. But what I will caution investors to pay most attention to is the quarterly production and delivery figures. And looking at this number from the first quarter to second quarter, production fell from 63 to 33. That's a troubling sign, although it is a good sign that sales are increasing considerably for Nikola. Now what the company has to do is use these sales agreements to go and get funding, because the company is extremely short on cash. Let me show you that metric here. So here I have Nikola's cash and equivalents falling all the way down to 121 million, and in their most recent quarter they generated negative 179.96 million in cash flow from operations, and that's getting worse. So as the quarters go on, the company's losing more and more money despite these more increasing sales and whatever that's going on. So Nikola really needs to use these agreements to actually generate cash and put itself on more sustainable footing, and not rely so heavily on going to outside investors to bring cash into the company. It would be great if it can sustain itself through making sales, generating cash flow, right? Instead of having to continue going back to shareholders and asking them, hey shareholders, please let us sell more stock so that we can raise more cash, so that we can sustain another quarter of operation, right? At some point, they need to start generating cash flow. They need to reduce this cash from operation downgrade and sustain themselves. Needless to say, this agreement, good news, very good news. But the only thing I'm cautioning is that it wasn't good enough to justify a 59% increase in the stock price. So I would say that the stock price is overreacting to some degree, although an increase of some price was justified, just not 59%. All right, but that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.